Hi guys, welcome into Cleveland Browns Chalk Talk. I'm Andrew Moses here for cleveland.com. With Ohio State secured in the college football playoff, our attention here on Chalk Talk has turned to the Cleveland Browns and their playoff push here in December. I'm sure as you've heard by now, Coach Mike Pettine has made the decision to start Johnny Manziel for the last 3 games of the season. Now, while Brian Hoyer has really struggled the last month, his running game has done him no favors. And after the injury of Alex Mack, the Browns have been going through centers, it seems like almost every other week. Last week against the Colts, the Browns started their 4th different center this year. And while with Mack in the lineup, they were towards the top of the league in rushing yards per carry, they're now 28th in the league in yards per carry in the running game, and that clearly has had an impact on the Browns offense. And while the Browns coaching staff expects Manziel to connect on some of the big throws that Hoyer has missed in the last 4 or 5 games, I would be shocked if they didn't try to use Manziel's legs to help spark the struggling running game. Now, as we saw in the preseason and a little bit in the Bills game, the Browns definitely used Manziel in some zone read plays and some plays where they rolled him out, giving him a run-pass option. But I would not be surprised if the Browns tried to use some designed quarterback runs for Manziel in some key situations. And with the Bengals coming to town this week and their blitz-happy defense, there's definitely going to be some opportunities for the Browns to try to counter their aggressiveness on some designed quarterback runs. Now, earlier this season, the Bengals faced off with the Carolina Panthers in a game that actually ended up in a tie, but Cam Newton had his best rushing day of the season, including a 12-yard touchdown that we're going to break down right now for you. So this is a look with the Panthers on offense and the Bengals on defense. It's a look the Browns saw in their first game, a look they might see again on Sunday. The Bengals are in a clear blitz front here. As the Panthers line up with this tight end here on the right, he was actually standing up. And as the play began, the wide receiver here motions in to a wing formation. Now, when that happened, it became clear that the Bengals were in a cover 0. As this safety, this nickel guy, came in with them, this free safety sort of rotated over a little bit. Clearly, with no deep safety in the middle of the field, Newton and the Panthers offense knew they were getting the full house from the Bengals. So as this play starts, the Panthers do a great job of exposing this all-out pressure by the Bengals, and they do a great job of blocking this play. What they end up running is sort of a quarterback power lead play. The tight end does a nice job here blocking down on this defensive end, as we got here. The tackle does a good job on this defensive tackle. The linebacker here, the middle linebacker for the Bengals, had walked up right before the snap. The center and guard do a good job on him, double teaming him. The tackle makes a great job, does a great block on this backside here. He's able to cut off this defensive tackle who's slanting inside along with the defensive end on each side and this defensive tackle. He's able to sort of run him into the traffic of the play. That gives Newton time and this pulling guard time to get around the formation, seal off this linebacker who's coming upfield, and the running back does a nice job of sealing off the safety who's coming off the edge. With a big seam there in the defensive line, Newton does a nice job of sort of taking a read step and then cutting up the middle for a big touchdown in the first half of what ended up being a tie game, something we don't see very often in the NFL. The wide receiver here on the backside did also a nice job when he came in of cutting off this safety as he blitzed. So what we can take away from this and what we might see on Sunday with the Browns, there definitely are chances for Manziel and the Browns running game to use him and try to expose some of the pressures the Bengals are going to use in some key situations. They're one of the highest blitz teams in the league, and we'll see if Manziel can deliver not only in the passing game, but I think what could be crucial is using his legs on some of these designed quarterback run plays. So we'll see how it breaks down on the lakefront on Sunday. I'm Andrew Moses here for cleveland.com. Enjoy your football weekend.